If you're looking for a business style headset, I think Logitech has nailed it with their Zone Vibe Wireless headset. It's an extremely comfortable headset, it's lightweight, it has a flip out microphone, all for a price tag of typically under $100. Its styling is professional and the sound quality is surprisingly good, and I want to talk more about this headset today. Hi everybody, I'm Blex. I typically do keyboard and tech reviews, and today we're featuring the Logitech Zone Vibe Wireless. I do have some affiliate links down below if you'd like to purchase the product and support the channel, but I purchased everything you see here with my own money, and my opinions are my own. The Logitech Zone Vibe Wireless is a business-focused headset with more muted tones and all the functionality you would need out of a over-ear headset. It has a flip-out microphone, which is perfect for jumping on and off calls. It has audio cues built in, so you know when the mic is muted or not. It also gives you prompts on how much battery life is left, which are all great, convenient, easy-to-use features that you would expect from a company like Logitech. It really stands out in a league of its own for its price point and functionality to me. This is something that had caught my eye a while ago, but I never fully committed to getting it. And since I've made this purchase, I've really enjoyed it. And it's actually something I don't typically cover on this channel, but wanted to recommend it to the people who watch these videos because I've enjoyed it that much. You can typically get these for less than $100. I have the Zone Vibe Wireless 125 version here, which comes with an additional dongle. So it's a dedicated Bluetooth dongle. I've been using the dongle and I've enjoyed it. I will note that the audio quality is a bit different when using the dongle versus the standard built-in Bluetooth, but the audio quality and when you're listening to something is really strong on both, regardless of the type of receiver you're using. I will note this can't be used in a wired format, but there is a USB-C down below for charging, which is quick and something I do typically every other day, which is not fully necessary as it does have a 20-hour battery life, but it's easy enough when I'm on a lunch break to throw this on the charger. I really want to jump into the comfort of this product. This is something that I've struggled with over-ear headphones. I prefer the over-ear over the on-ear and in-ear just because when you're using it all day at your desk, the in-ear tends to it creates too much pressure for me. The over-ear is just painful, especially as a glasses user. I've owned a Zone Vibe wired edition for a long time and it has excellent mic quality, excellent functionality, but it hurts to use even after just an hour of time. So this over-ear option is exactly what I was looking for, and it absolutely delivers on the comfort level. It's extremely light on the head and really easy to adjust, allowing you to find the perfect position for you. It's also extremely light as compared to something like the Logitech G Pro, which is in this wired edition about 370 grams compared to 185 grams in this Zone Vibe Wireless. Now, it doesn't really sound like a big difference, but you can absolutely feel it. It drifts away and you don't really notice it as the day progresses. For my use case, I'm typically using this to listen to music or just get audio prompts from either Slack or whatever other notification systems I have at work, while also jumping on conference calls. I will note, I do prefer the mic on my Zone Vibe wired, so if I have a presentation I have to give, or something extremely important, I will swap over to the wired version just to get that improved mic quality that you get with a wired headset. I do have some sound tests and I'll compare a few different options, including a baseline of the Hollyland Lark V2 lavalier mic. Let's jump into a sound test now. Hi, I'm Blex, and this is a microphone test of the Hollyland Lark V2. I'm going to talk quietly and then ramp up my voice louder to see how it handles the transition. Hi, I'm Blex, and this is a microphone test of the Logitech Zone Vibe Wireless. I'm going to talk quietly and then ramp up my voice louder to see how it handles the transition. Hi, I'm Blex, and this is a microphone test of the Logitech Zone Vibe Wireless. I'm going to talk quietly and then ramp up my voice louder and see how it handles the transition. Hi, I'm Blex, and this is a microphone test of the Logitech G Pro. I'm going to talk quietly and ramp up my voice to the louder volume to see how it handles the transition. As you can see, the Zone Vibe Wireless is an adequate mic, especially for conference calls or team calls. You're going to be fine. People are going to hear you just fine, and it does block out a bit of noise as well, as I can attest in my own experience with dogs barking and just general noise that happens around my house. I will note there is a sound difference between using the dedicated receiver and the Bluetooth on board. I wasn't able to pinpoint exactly why. I tried to match the settings and as best I could, and they seem to be matching, but clearly the sound is different, so it's unclear why that is. They're not really selling the Zone Vibe 125 anymore. I got this a few months ago, and it seems to be harder to find now as compared to before, but this is the exact same headset you would be getting with the Zone Vibe 100 versus the 125. Now let's talk about alternatives. I think this is one of the key things to keep in mind when reviewing products is what else could you get for your money? Well, for one, this is typically about $100. You can actually get it on Amazon right now as we speak for about $69. That's a great price. It's not the sturdiest headphone you're ever going to use. This is very sort of thin plastic, which is fine. It's lightweight and it's meant to be worn all day, which I'm completely okay with. As compared to something like the Logitech G Pros, a lot heavier, sturdier build. We have actual metal, a harder plastic on the sides, and this nice plush leather. As compared to the cloth headphones and cloth band up top and this sort of thin, lightweight plastic. Again, I'm okay with that trade-off, especially at a $69 price point. It's very hard to find a comparable product at that price. If you scroll on Amazon and search for over-ear headphones, there are very few products, if any, that I'd be willing to try or interested in, as they just don't look professional enough to wear on a conference call, as well as having a price point that would match sort of this target area that we're in right now. There is some high-end options. Jabra does make a really nice product typically with the Evolve 285, but that is almost $475. We're talking about a different stratosphere of price, and I can attest to the quality and functionality of it, but for that price tag, it needs to be significantly better than this headset. Lastly, let's get into changes. I will note there's a bit of this weird Bluetooth pop-in that happens with me, specifically on Macs. So when you engage a microphone on any headset, this is including wireless headsets, I've used earbuds, any of the headsets I've used, there's sort of this pop-in delay that makes the music sound different and sound weird as you're using the microphone, and then it re-engages with the standard audio sound. That's the only major issue I've had, but it's universal across every single Bluetooth headset I've ever used on my Mac. I'd also be able to move the beam of the microphone at any direction, a little bit closer to my mouth, for example. There are days where I am dictating to my computer, writing code, dictating, and I'd like to be able to move it closer. That way I don't have to talk quite as loud to engage the mic. Overall, this is a really strong headset, especially for the price point, and something I definitely would recommend, and I hope you guys found this valuable. Thank you. Hi everybody, welcome to everyone's favorite part of the video. This is Blex's headphone tier list, something we haven't broken out often in 2025 so far. Today we're going to be placing the Zone Vibe Wireless on this tier list. We have 3 different categories: fitness / on the go, solo productivity, and microphone quality. We're going to be placing it on the S to D tier. Value, comfort, sound quality, durability, all those things are taken into consideration when placing these on these tier lists. To start, we have fitness. This is going to be a C tier for me. This is not what this headset is designed for. I think it could get by with some light lifting and walking at the gym, but beyond that, it's not going to work. It's just not built for that. It's not its fault. Solo productivity, this is where this device really shines. It has all-day comfort, great sound quality, and a really good value in my opinion. So this is definitely going to be an S tier for me. I haven't found a headset yet that I prefer more than this to wear all day. Microphone call quality, not the best. It's a wireless microphone. It is absolutely adequate and it can get the job done. Therefore, it's going to get a B tier. Thank you guys for watching, and please stay tuned for more content.